In case you don't know, what we have here is a Toyota FJ Cruiser. Now, you're probably thinking, why are we testing this car again? It's been around for quite a number of years now. Well, the fact of the matter is, the FJ Cruiser holds a very special place in the heart of 4x4 Australia magazine. Back in 2011 when it came out, it won our 4x4 of the Year award completely out of the blue. It came into that test as really a rank outsider, perhaps even a novelty you might say, but came out after a week's testing as a champion. That's the good news. The bad news is that Toyota will cease production of Australian delivered FJ Cruisers shortly, so this is our last chance to reminisce with what is a very special vehicle. This car came out of the USA. It was designed and developed there in a way to give Toyota a more edgy four-wheel drive, compared to most of its more conservative sort of model range. In some ways you could say it's a competitor to a Jeep Wrangler or perhaps even a Hummer. And a lot of the styling was inspired by the FJ40 Cruiser, which was Toyota's most successful four-wheel drive and the car that really made Toyota's name as a manufacturer of quality four-wheel drive. The round headlights, this shaped grille, the Toyota badge, the white roof are all FJ40 styling cues, if you like. Underneath, it's nothing like an FJ40. In fact, it's a Prado underneath, but slightly shorter wheelbase, part-time four-wheel drive rather than full-time four-wheel drive. Petrol only, auto only, independent suspension, live axle at the back, coil springs at the back. We're going to jump in today, have a bit of a drive and see if it's as good as what we remembered it was. Okay, here we are, we're driving the FJ Cruiser. It's a bit of a funny thing in a way to look out. We've got three windscreen wipers, we've got a wide flat windscreen, big upright A-pillars. You sort of feel like you're looking out through a letterbox in a way, but aside from that, when the driving position's comfortable and nice, very typical Toyota. No reach adjustment on the steering wheel, but still it works okay. What's particularly nice about this car, we're on a gravel road here, but you'd hardly know it. The ride comfort's beautiful, very plush suspension. And you can sort of travel on all sorts of crook roads and you just don't even sort of hardly feel the bumps whatsoever. it's possibly even softer riding than a Prado, which is a very soft riding car, but at the same time it handles very nicely considering it's got soft long travel suspension. It's shorter wheelbase than the Prado, bit better mass centralisation, so it doesn't sort of swing around at the tail so much because you're driving hard through tight corners. Also better than a Prado off-road, you've got better approach and approach angles, a lot more ground clearance, standard rear diff lock. Only part-time four-wheel drive out of a Hilux actually, not full-time four-wheel drive, not that that worries you when you're off-road and you're in four-wheel drive anyway. Petrol only, 4 litre V6, same from Prado, about 200 kilowatts, so plenty of power. And typical Toyota, the state of tune's very soft, so you've got good power right through the RPM range, which means you don't have to rev it to get anywhere fast. It's quite sort of lazy and what have you. Also means good fuel economy. It's in fact surprisingly good fuel economy for a petrol engine, particularly good constant speed highway driving or country roads. Gets a little bit thirsty for stop-start city or off-road in low range or hilly country or whatever, but still fairly reasonable. And either way, nice big fuel tank. You wonder, if it had been available in diesel, how many Toyota would have sold. As it is, they sold about 11,000 in 5 years, so I don't think they're going to be too unhappy with that. Given that Prado is 98% diesel sales and 2% petrol sales, who knows what it would have sold if it had a diesel option, but it didn't, and that's all history now because it's about to go, which is a shame because this is one of those 4x4s that until you drive it, you don't really believe it. You just think it's a bit of a curiosity, but it does drive very well, both on and off-road. And a few years back when it won our 4x4 of the Year contest, it didn't do it for no reason at all. It did it because it was a great car.